You're lying in the dark, and it happens again. That moment, that sentence, that look on someone's face from years ago that still feels fresh. You try to sleep, but your mind pulls you backward like a hook in your chest. Your body reacts as if it is happening right now. Your heart races, your stomach tightens. Shame floods your system. You tell yourself it's over, but your nervous system doesn't listen. This isn't random. This isn't weakness. And it isn't because you're broken. It feels involuntary, like a punishment you didn't choose. But the truth is more unsettling. Your mind keeps returning to the past because it's familiar. Painful, yes, but familiar. Most people call this unresolved trauma, but they tell you to let it go, as if memory were a light switch. But you aren't holding the pain, you're living inside of it. And the reason it won't release you is because a part of you believes that it's safer there. You're not trapped in the past because it hurt you. You're trapped because your brain prefers a known hell to an unknown future. This is not about healing. This is about understanding the machinery that keeps you chained to what is already over. The brain does not care about happiness. It does not care about peace, purpose, or fulfillment. It cares about survival. And to a survival system, the most dangerous thing is uncertainty. The future has no data, no proof, no guarantees. The past does. You survived it. That alone tells your brain that the past, no matter how painful, is safe. The strategy worked. You're still alive. So when you imagine a future where you are confident, where you release old identities, where you step into something new, your brain panics. It sees danger. It sees the unknown. And to protect you, it drags you backward into memory. It replays old failures, not to punish you, but to anchor you. It says, stay here. We know this terrain. We know how to survive this pain. This is why people stay in jobs they hate, why they return to relationships that drain them, why they replay the same mistakes over and over. Familiar suffering feels safer than unfamiliar freedom. You're not living in the present. You're living in a simulation built from the past. Memory is not a recording. It's a reconstruction. Every time you remember something, you rebuild it using your current emotions, beliefs, and fears. You're not recalling the event. You're recalling the last version you created. If you feel insecure today, you rewrite the past to make yourself look weaker. If you feel angry, you sharpen the other person's words. Over time, the memory becomes darker, heavier, and more distorted. You treat these memories like truth, but they are copies of copies, and you're judging your present self using evidence that no longer exists. The mind does this because it hates unfinished stories. Regret, failure, and heartbreak are open loops. The brain replays them, trying to fix the ending. It believes if it just thinks hard enough, it can solve yesterday. But thinking does not change the past. Rumination only convinces you that you're doing something while keeping you frozen. You're not solving anything. You're pacing the same cell. This is where it turns physical. Every thought triggers a chemical response. If you think about betrayal, your body releases stress hormones. If you think about fear, your nervous system activates. Over time, your body becomes used to these chemicals. They become your baseline, your normal. So when you feel calm, your body senses something is missing. It interprets peace as danger. It sends a signal to the brain to restore what feels familiar. The brain scans your memory and pulls up pain. Your chest tightens, the chemicals return, and your body relaxes. Misery feels like home. This is why positive thinking fails. You're not fighting thoughts. You're fighting a biochemical addiction to your own past. Until that addiction breaks, your mind will sabotage peace every time it appears. You have invested years into a story about who you are. The one who was hurt, the one who was betrayed, the one who failed. That story explains your life. It gives meaning to your pain. Letting go of the past means admitting that the suffering no longer defines you. And that realization, for some, is terrifying. Because if the past no longer controls you, then the responsibility for your present does. Being a victim is painful, but it is also protective. It excuses inaction. It explains stagnation. It removes responsibility. As long as the wound stays open, you don't have to move forward. The past does not exist in the physical world. You cannot touch it. You can't point to it. It only exists as electrical activity in your brain right now. You are resurrecting what is already dead. Everything in nature moves forward. Rivers flow, cells die and regenerate. The only thing resisting change is you. The pain you feel is the friction of trying to stay frozen in a moving universe. You are not your past. You are the consciousness that experienced it. In biology, dead tissue must be removed. If it isn't, it poisons the body. You're trying to keep alive a version of yourself that no longer exists. That person made decisions with limited awareness, limited tools, limited understanding. They did the best they could, and they are gone. You must stop dragging their body into the present. When you remember, stop seeing through their eyes. Step outside the memory, observe it, create distance. Let compassion replace identification. You cannot be reborn if you refuse to let something die. You cannot remove a thought. You can only replace it. If your future is vague, your mind will default to memory. The past feels powerful because your future has no shape. You need a future that demands attention, a goal, a direction, a problem that forces your mind into creative mode. You don't let go of the past, you outgrow it. The mind replays what it believes went wrong. When you decide the past was necessary, the loop breaks. Every failure shaped you. Every loss sharpened you. Every betrayal woke you up. To wish it away is to wish away who you became. When you see the past as training instead of tragedy, the brain marks it complete and the silence returns. Letting go is quiet, boring, uncomfortable, because it removes excuses. If you are no longer broken, you must act. The ghosts return at night because you haven't given your mind something bigger to build. So ask yourself this, when the past knocks again, are you holding on to the pain because it's real or because you don't know who you are without it? The answer decides everything. That explains it. I know many people who have not moved beyond incidents in their life in the past from many decades ago. Every conversation, they must replay it and go back to it and drag you into it, make it real again and go through the whole thing again. It's like, do something with your life. And that goes for us as a people. We know what we've been through, but the bottom line, what do we see in our future? Where do we see ourselves 5 years from now, 10 years from now? What are you working on to make yourself better? We should use that not to define our life, but to define ourselves as a new version of ourselves who overcame those things to be better equipped to forge forward into an awesome future. But many of us, la 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 la, la 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 la, the past, I'm broken, la 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 la. And when you don't want to sit on the bench or the side of the curb with them to la 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 la, they get angry with you. They say you're insensitive. But time is moving on and we don't know the day or the hour that we're gonna transition out of here. So you want to sit down and replay the past because it's familiar. And I'm talking about the pain that you suffered in the past, which was real, but it shaped you, perfected you, made you better, made you more aware. Move on. You are not your past. If you want to reminisce, play an old song to remind you of times gone by that were nice, that were sweet. But to sit there stuck, don't expect other people to sit there stuck with you. And if your painful past defines your entire life, you might as well go and purchase a coffin, dig a hole in the ground, put the coffin in there and jump in and have some other people put the dirt over you. Because you're killing yourself. And the people that I know that are progressive, they're not looking to die anytime soon. And they will eventually, but they're not thinking about it. And they're damn sure not thinking about death from an incident in the past to keep them from building something in the future, which makes them die anyway. I can't do it. Every day is a new promise. Every day is a new endeavor. Every day is another opportunity to learn. I mean, how can you allow this? I know many people who just sit at home and scroll through the internet and text people and remember back in 1979, oh, those were the best days. Oh, I wish I can go back. Then go back. Matter of fact, you're already there. Oh, and I remember when I broke up with this girlfriend of mine. Oh, it hurt me so much. Oh, I don't know if I can get over it. Oh, who wants to hear that? Well, I explained it in this video, and it's written on LANCESCURVX.com. If you haven't gone there, go there and put your email address in so you can get all of the content. But share the article. Share the video. I think I hit it on the head this time. The pain of the past hurts, yes. But it's comfortable because it's familiar. When people start that foolishness up, ask them about their plans for the future. What do you want to do now? Start a business? Move somewhere else? Have a new experience? What is it that you hope to do in the future? And let's aim for that. The long-term future, the short-term future, whatever. But not the painful past that you feel so comfortable in that others do not want to venture to. Let me know what you think about this, because I think many people can have their eyes open if they realize what they're doing to themselves, that pain is familiar. It's almost like, and I'm not picking on women because men do it too, but I think it's more evident with women in abuse. A woman goes through a very abusive relationship, verbally, emotionally, physically. She has girlfriends that tell her that man is no good for you. He looked like a charmer at first, but you got to get away from him. And eventually, after a broken nose or a broken eye socket or an STD, she breaks away. And she breaks away, and eventually she finds someone else. And her friends are happy for her. But then again, this relationship ends up like the one before, previously. Abusive. Physically abusive. Maybe abusive in different ways, but abusive. Why is it that some people go back to the same filth that they left? And not to speak about abused women, but I will say this. Lots of times, many of them grew up in a situation. I mean, when they stay in this relationship for years and have continued abuse, usually they grew up and saw this as a young child in their home. And that was their baseline. That was their normalcy. I'm willing to say it's not everybody, but there's something that feels normal about an abusive relationship to them. And we get wired to what was normalized, whether it's something in the past and we just can't get it out of our head, or something we continue to drag into the present because we know nothing other than that. I'd like to hear your thoughts on that. I'd like to have a discussion about it, maybe a live show. And there's a lot we have to discuss about ourselves, to unpack, to lighten the load, to make our lives better. But unless we acknowledge that we have these idiosyncrasies, we'll never improve, we'll never get better. And I'm all about self-reflection, digging deep, meditation, and throwing out what you don't need. Let's not be toxic, emotional pack rats, because so many of us are walking around emotionally constipated with stuff that doesn't need to be inside of us. I hope you enjoyed this. Leave your comments. I love you all. Thank you so much for spending your precious time here. LANCESCURV out. On to the next one. Peace.